Junior want to not be on my I can't really see what did I miss. Ex-strippers.
Hey y'all, it's Eva Ray. Welcome back to my channel. Disrespectful. Hey y'all, it's Eva Ray. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey y'all, hey. Today's going to be a video explaining why I am getting kicked out of the military and just basically why I'm not going to be in the military anymore. So as you guys know, I have recently discussed a few things with you guys on my IG. If you guys are not following me, head on over to I am Eva LaRae on IG, as well on Threads, and Eva LaRae on TikTok, and follow me on there. So yeah. So we're gonna jump right into this video because obviously you guys have seen from the past couple of 5 years that I have had a heavy military background, and that's how I was able to grow my channel up until this point. Yes, I am still a micro influencer, but one of my videos, I think the military video, I'll probably post it here, has gotten about 10,000 views. 10,000 views, probably even more. And my military videos are my most watched. They're my most commented on. They kept my engagement going for the most part. And as you guys know, this is how many subscribers I have right this moment. And I hope that I can gain much more followers from the awareness, from the way that I'm branching off from the military, and just you guys getting to see a different me, because I haven't really shown the military side, and we'll get more into it in this video of why I have not shown that side of me. So yeah, let's jump right into this. All right, so just a brief introduction of myself. I am Evelyn, known as Captain White. I recently promoted to captain in the U.S. Army in May. I've been in the Army for about 5 years now, total service in time. Yeah, I'm an Army officer. I'm a CBRN. If you don't know what that is, that's a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear officer. So I deal with a few things there. I've carried a ton of hats within logistics, operations. Yeah, that's been my background, and CBRN, of course. So for the past, I want to say 3 years solid, I've honestly done my job and other jobs, so I was able to learn a lot about the military itself. Yeah, so obviously my service term has come to an end, and this is why I'm making this video. A little bit more background on myself. I've completed my master's in July. I was doing that for the past 2 years, and I have a concentration in finance. So that's where my passion is going to be, and that's where I plan to be in the corporate world right after the military. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And just pursuing that new path in life is going to be exciting. And yeah, it's going to be definitely different. My military experience and accomplishment. So to not get into too detail, but I did go on a rotation deployment to Germany and Poland, and that was really exciting, being as that I was freshly out of BOLIC, which is Basic Officers Leaders Course, and I do have a video on that too about me going to BOLIC, and that was very challenging. It's a schoolhouse setting, so you're learning about your job, you're being engulfed in military jargon, day-to-day tasks, and just everything. But right after BOLIC, I went to Poland and Germany, where being forward deployed, you have different mission set, whether it's training, but there was also, real world stuff going on. So I got to learn a lot about, not necessarily my job while I was there, but more so on the logistics side. So I started heavy the first year and a half, being more so an operations and logistics officer. I was able to take on a very strenuous job where I moved people and equipment all over Europe and back to the US, and also equipment. So I dealt with well over 100 million. I want to see between 100 and about $200 million of equipment that I moved all over, which is a really big accomplishment. I mean, not knowing anything. I want to say shout out to my leaders who just really mentored me and told me hey, you got this covered. And I was at the time one of the oldest lieutenants. So I already knew that I had it within myself in order to not have to be micromanaged. I can work self-paced. So I was able to do that and accomplish a lot of things there. So that was pretty exciting, actually. And then from Poland and Germany, we came back to Fort Hood, Texas, where that was my first base. And I moved into a new role where I was a platoon leader. And I know I didn't share this with you guys because when I tell you, when you're in the military, life goes by so fast. Life was going by extremely fast for me, to where I didn't really understand how to balance my work-life balance there. So I was accomplishing a lot of things, and then I moved into a new role as a PL, and I was able to have the greatest platoon. I mean, my soldiers, shout out to my soldiers, being that I had 15 soldiers. There were no large admin actions. No one went to jail. It was a great experience to have, because I had such great soldiers, and I had two of the greatest platoon sergeants, that it was just everything was good. It was definitely challenging because you have to go on missions, you have to plan. You're in a new management role, having to manage people, time, mission, and also the commander or higher's intent. So for that, I was, getting into the feel of how it all was supposed to work out. So PL time lasted about 13 months, after 10 months in Poland and Germany. And then from there, I moved on to a temporary XO role, which is an executive officer. And in the XO role, you basically are an assistant to a commander. And like I said, I just took on all of the roles of operation and worked within my realm, the 3 shop. And then just to backtrack, I was also a S4 OIC, which is a supply and logistics role. So that's why I took a lot of logistics. That was a large background of my military experience. And just learning the nuances of how people, supplies, and transportation works. And so for that, it was a very great experience. Like I said, very challenging because you work a lot. You work a lot. And in order to manage your time, sometimes you have to work outside of your designated work hours. So that's just what it was. But all in all, learning higher management, administrative duties, logistics, managing people in a different realm was definitely understanding. So I was like, okay, you got this. I would say the challenges that I faced were, when you're working, just like you guys in the civilian world, when you're working in a work environment, sometimes you might not like the people that you work with. Sometimes you may not get along with them. Personalities tend to clash. And I would say for me, I'm a more standoff approach. I don't have to like you, but I will give you the respect there. But I tend to not make work friends. And I think that was the biggest challenge, because the dynamic of the military wants you to, foster those relationships, because hand in hand, you might have to fight a war with these people. So, of course. But me, I don't think that making friends makes or breaks me wanting to fight with, alongside, or for someone, because I don't take it personal that you and I don't share the same interests. Therefore, we can't have like an external relationship outside of work. So the biggest challenge that I had was just, I had my own life going on. I didn't know how to balance that work and personal life. So I didn't make the friends or foster the relationships that the military wanted me to make. So I think that was one of the things. I'm not saying that I had like any attitude issues or aggression or anything like that. I had no issues at work. It was just, I couldn't call anyone a friend, and no one probably could call me a friend as well. So that was that. Shout out to Lieutenant Colonel Craig. He did come to my promotion ceremony to captain, because him and his family, they're here in Korea. So that was really phenomenal. And I just think about some of the leaders along the way that, just help build the person that I am, not just in the professional realm, but the personal realm, because I do understand like fostering those friendships, fostering those relationships, they are still important. I just at the time didn't see the importance in it. So shout out to all the mentors and all the people that, probably Lieutenant Colonel Frazier, Lieutenant Colonel Black. There are a few people through their platoon sergeants, and I'm trying to think of the Master Sergeant's name, Master Arnallet. Like, there are a couple of people, CW3, Blake, like there are a couple of great people that I like met along the way, and then like actual friends. So, all these people that I know, I fostered some relationships outside of work as well. And I definitely appreciate that about the military. So, yeah. All right. So, my reason for leaving or getting kicked out. So, that might have been clickbait, right? I did not have any UCMJ action. Knock on wood, because I still have 8 more weeks. No UCMJ action, so I'm not getting kicked out. The number one reason that I'm leaving is to pursue a direct career in finance, whether that is the beginning of my career, which is finance analyst and management, and then moving into auditing, tax preparation, once I go through my CPA, which is certified public accountant. So I being in my age, I'm in my mid-30s, I wanted to pursue a career that would lead me at higher heights at my age, right? So being in your mid-30s and a junior captain is great, but I would retire at a higher age than someone else that joined 19 to 23, right? So I'm at a disadvantage, almost 10 years away from someone that started their career at an age appropriate time. I'll just say that. Not saying that you cannot start now. If you want to join the military, I'm not sure of the age requirement right now, but I believe it's 33, and then, there may be waiver requirements there. So, and people join for all different types of reasons. I joined because I saw that there were certain benefits that I could benefit from. I can purchase another house on a VA loan, 0 down. I did that. I could get another degree for free. I did that. You can lower all of your interest rates on your existing student loans. I did that, them lowered. These are all benefits that you can take advantage of. And that's what I simply did. Like, I was able, and I didn't talk about this, but I was able to save $30,000 in 10 months. Like, I'm not sure exactly how I did that, but I know that at that time, it was a little bit less. It was just a little bit less than $30,000, but it was $30,000 nonetheless. Tax free, number one. I was deployed, number two, and number three. I didn't spend any money. I engulfed myself in work, and I had no bills. No bills. My cell phone at the time was being taken care of. Like, I don't believe, did I have a car note? Maybe I had a car note, but it was so little, like my car note at that time was really nothing. So I just capitalized on all these things that the military gave me, and they were great. So that's exactly what I did. But yeah, like, I believe that at this age, I want to enter back into the back into corporate America at an appropriate age. That's just what I felt like. I feel as if I join corporate America at a later age, not doing what, my degrees are in, it's definitely going to be challenging for me because I'm having to prove myself to my peers and coworkers and constituents that I actually know what I'm doing, what I'm assigned, what I'm paid to do. So I'd rather do that now at a comfortable age that I am right now. And so therefore I decided, okay, it's either, now or never. So that's what I decided to do. I talked about it briefly, but my personal life has been, for lack of better words, kind of crappy. Like, relationships, romantic or friendship relationships, have been affected by the military, number one. Like, when I tell y'all, I don't talk about my personal life like that, but I left a really, really good relationship because of the military. The military definitely influenced and ruined the relationship because of the time spent apart from that individual. And yes, you can say maybe that person isn't for me. Maybe that isn't the man of my dreams, the man of my life. Okay, we get it. But the fact of the matter is still this. I would like my man to lead. The man I was with wanted to lead me. He can't do so if he's having to follow me, follow my career, uproot his life, uproot his career. He can't do that. So, yeah. Ladies, I will say this, especially female officers. If you are interested in becoming an officer and you see this video and you're like, yeah, I want to become an officer, the best advice that I can give you, and I can tell this to anyone and I'm not ashamed of it, find your person outside of the military. Find your person before the military. No, I'm not saying that your relationship, your marriage will be perfect or may or may not even last. But what I'm telling you is this. As a female in the military and also a female officer, especially an African American female, you are at a disadvantage. The men you are attracted to, the men that are attracted to you, you may or may not be able to date. Per regulation, me as an officer, I cannot date an enlisted soldier. I'm just being honest with you. And if your heart desires a marriage, a family, love, being a female officer, single female officer, you may not find it. I have so many beautiful, beautiful friends, black, white, Asian, whatever, that are single, that are captains, majors, lieutenant colonels, that are not married. That I know that's what they desire. Now, this is my video. So if you're watching this and you feel some type of way about that comment, about that statement, not sorry. It is what it is. I've experienced it. I see other women experience it, and I'm just going to give it like it is. If your heart desires it, you may not want to do that. Because for a man to lead you, he cannot follow you. It is what it is. So, yeah, I'm choosing not to, 10 years down the road, chasing after relationships because they're not working, because I chose to choose my career over a healthy, stable relationship. That's another reason. Like I said, this is my video. You may not agree with that. You may be like, you can find love and da-da. I get it. But I experienced it for the last 5 years. Yeah. And I know a lieutenant colonel right now that she's the most beautiful, beautiful woman I've seen. And I know she deserves love. And maybe, maybe something, I'm not saying that she's perfect, but why not? Why isn't she married? You know what I'm saying? But the men she attracts, she possibly can't even be with. And that is just the reality of it. So to me, why should I allow a career to keep me a single, unmarried woman? That was another thought. But like I said, this is my video. So yeah, I talked about work-life balance and the lifestyle, moving, going. I literally was stateside almost 2 years of the 5. And that is like, what? Like, girl, nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, I'll follow you. Like the men that say, I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Yes, they will follow you to the ends of the earth. But just know, sis, they led you there. You did not keep uprooting, and then they're leaving $100,000 jobs for a country that can't even employ them. Trust me, that ain't that. And it's not, more power to you. I have friends that are married. I love it for you. But a lot of my friends have either found their spouses that are enlisted, or their spouses are not in the military, or it's dual military. And 9 times out of 10, maybe you might find someone, but you got to move quick. Because when you meet this person at a duty station, you got a year tops, depending on their timeline and your timeline. You got a year's tops. So if they don't profess their love for you, guess what, sweetie? They're moving to the next. And that's just that on that. And we're not even going to touch the basis on contract marriages and those things and all the unhappy people out there. So yes, I just want to live a healthier, balanced life. I'm just, me personally, not able to do so. It is what it is. I know that I need to live a very soft life with the type of anxiety and depression, and I'll possibly go into that in another video, that I have. I need to live a soft life. I can't deal with dysfunction and just reactive, and it's just turmoil. I can't do that. I'm a very lighthearted. I love to laugh. I love to I'm a lover girl, and I love to feel soft, and I love to be treated very, softly and kindly. And I need that. I need that from a man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I learned this about myself within the last 5 years. I can be that tough person. I can be that she's my go-to. She's a ride or die. She's a, but that's not me. That's not me. So it is what it is. All right, so why finance and accounting? So the reason being, the number one reason, and today is a very beautiful day. Today, September 12th, it's my late grandfather's birthday, Moses Elliott. Yeah, I love my grandfather, and he was in finance and accounting. And so, of course, he was alive when I decided to start my MBA. So he definitely inspired me to do so. And I didn't know that, obviously, we didn't know when his time was coming, but God did call him home. But he ultimately was my inspiration to go into the field, as well as I know that I have a passion for just, having a better and a healthy relationship with money. We know that there's a large percentage of Americans out there that don't know how to either handle their finances, balance their finances, eliminate debt, have healthy debt. We're in a consumer-based world right now, and we fall into the trap of buying, but not investing or saving. So I wanted to get into the field so that I can provide some knowledge for people. And like I said, this realm of me getting out of the military, I can be able to speak and not feel so pressured and so rushed on other tasks that I have, especially when it comes to work, because like yourself that's watching, especially if you're a civilian, you go to work and you come home and that's it. But 9 times out of 10 with the military, when you go to work and you come home, you have to think of the next thing, because you have a lot of tasks, a lot of background task running in your mind to prepare for the next day, the next week, the next quarter. So I kind of wanted to get away from that, because I need my mind to not have to autopilot on everyone else's tasks, but more so multitasking on my passions and also my work. So that's why I was like, yeah, honestly, if anyone tells you that, and sorry not to pick on you guys, but it's a difference between enlisted soldiers, NCOs, and officers. When you're an officer, nah. There, depending on your job, but there is but so much, especially to be an exceptional, a great leader as an officer. There's but so much that you can take away out of your routine of being on that autopilot of thinking of the next move. You can't take that away. You can't be so focused on creating content and having another business. That's why leaders will tell you, if you come to them saying that you're doing X, Y, and Z, you have other obligations, they will tell you that's not going to work. They'll tell you, let's sit down and look at your baseball card in your timeline, and they'll tell you that's not going to work, because you have a stronger mission set and obligation to the military. So you just can't balance both. And then I can't speak the same for NCOs, but I know great NCOs also are executing. So they're thinking of what those soldiers need to do, what they need to provide their junior NCOs and soldiers, their tasking and just guidance, and how they're making sure that the commander's intent is being met. So a little bit more wiggle room there. Like I said, I'm not an NCO, so I don't know. But I also, Sergeant Majors, Master Sergeant, they have a lot on their plate as well. So I can't balance the things of my passion with being a great leader, being a great officer. So I was like, girl, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try, because it's going to cause turmoil, and I'm not going to be a great leader. That's just, it is what it is. You can only do both. You can only do one, and you can only do both for so long before someone's going to pick up that you're bullshitting them, You're quote unquote stealing company time. You're not as great as you lead to be. So just keep that in mind. Like, this isn't a thing of me just like saying like up and quit because I can't do it and I'm incapable of da da da. But I mean, just, it is what it is. Like, if my passions weren't my passions and I was just a worker bee, I can do 20 years. But I'm not. I'm not just a worker bee. I have passions. I know that God has put these things on my heart and said, hey, you have to execute X, Y, and Z. And though you got the accolades of being an officer, that is not where I've led your life and said, this will be you 20 years from now. He didn't say that. I'm telling y'all right now, I spoke to him. I prayed about it, did all those. He never said that to me. He never did. But I commend those who listen to the calling on their lives and did 20 years or leading to 20 years. I commend you for that. But that's just not what God had for me. And I promise you, if you listen to that, if you listen, if you're spiritual, you'll go a long way. All right. So my transition. So like I said, I'm not very that open when it comes to like giving so much. Like, I don't know why, but yes, I am relocating to Dallas, Texas. Yes, I'm relocating to Dallas, Texas. I was in Texas for 10 to 12 years. So I'm originally born and raised in Maryland, and then, being a military brat, we moved to Texas. We stayed there a lot. But Texas is where it's at, baby. I'm talking about, if you're a veteran, if you know, baby, that's another video. But the land, the homes, the space, the traffic, not that bad. But the DMV, baby, the traffic is horrible. And I don't have the patience for it. I just don't. But with that being said, I'm excited to be moving to Dallas. And if you're watching this video and you're in the Dallas area, shout out Dallas, shout out Texas, just shout out Texas. Texas is a country within itself. There's so many great opportunities. And then, like I said, if you're a veteran, it's one of those states that if you have 100% disability, it's a tax-free state, so you won't have to pay taxes on like your property, for instance. And I'll go into another video on that. But yeah, and then transitioning into the finance realm. Like I said, I'm pretty private on a lot of things, so I won't get into like careers or anything. Like, I don't want y'all, all of that. I'm just saying, just for privacy wise and, things of that nature. But yeah, we're looking really good. I'll be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'll say that. So if you guys see me out and stuff like that, say hi to your girl. And I'm pretty excited on that transition. So yeah, and then I have family in Dallas. And like I said, the transition is going to be really exciting. I'm changing my whole wardrobe. Like, y'all, I'm getting back into, I messed with my mic there, but I'm getting back into actually wearing clothes. Like, it was so easy to wear a uniform for so long, like not having to think about like what you're going to wear day in and day out. And that was so easy. When I tell you that was so easy, so it's going to be a little harder, but I was in civilian war before I joined as an adult. So I already know how it is. Like, I pick out my clothes the night prior, iron them. So that, and then I, have a, gym routine where I go to the gym every day after work. And it's just more so a stress relief. So I'm excited about that. I'm ready to be a Pilates girl because that is the thing right now. And, yeah, I'm ready to serve up more of this lifestyle content. I feel like sometimes my life is like kind of boring, but it's really not boring. It's exciting. Like, I have my highs and my lows, and I'm ready to share that. I'm ready to get out there and share that. And I have some new gadgets, this new camera. I got my Osmo mobile, DJI mobile, and I'm planning on getting the Pocket, planning on getting a new phone. Like, so I'm just ready to get in the realm of those things, and then get into my career. Like, I'm just ready for that. You know what I mean? I'm ready for that. So yeah, financially secure, very secure. I would not be in finance if my life was not secure. So thank God for that. Thank you, Jesus, for all the blessings you have bestowed on my life, because without you, I would not be here. Without you, I would not know your grace and mercy, and also how to manage my time, manage my money, all of those things, and just, be a whole, like, just great person. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The advice for others transitioning. So, I gave my spiel on the women that might, yikes. Well, if you are thinking about leaving the military, I would say think about, I want to say like 4 things. Let's say 4 things. So the first thing I would say practically is, do you have a plan? Have you gone to school as far as education? So if you're an officer, you need to get another degree. If you don't have your master's, like, you need to at least have your master's before getting out. Do not exit without having your master's. I know it's so tempting to say, I'm going to go to college and I'll get on that. Don't do it. The world is ever changing. There is so much competition out there that a bachelor's degree is a minimum requirement, just like how a high school diploma in GED was once before. So to be competitive, finish your master's before you get out, please. Please. And don't let it be some BS. Let it be something tangible. Right now, we are in a focus and drive in cybersecurity and AI. Sad I didn't get into that, but in tech sales and things of that nature, only because the enemy, meaning cyber attackers, things of that nature, the T word, hackers, scammers, they are doing it digitally. They're doing it on the computers, your personal devices. So that drive right there alone is going to make you a lot of money, and a lot of money fast. So education, number 1. Number 2 is network. Network. Meet the people inside the military, meet people outside of the military, and not just drinking and, socializing, but also like fostering those relationships. So you have someone to call on when it's time to decide to transition out the military, because trust me, finding a job is tough. There's a million jobs out there, and that's what I don't understand. But it seems like, who are they hiring? Who are they hiring if they're not hiring you? And I know you'll feel the same. I know you will feel the same. So network, meet a lot of people, get your face out there, be involved in organizations, because that can also help you as well. When you are in these social organizations, whether it's Greek life, for the African American community, we continue on our Greek life past college. It's not just something you pledge to, it's something you give back to the community. That's what Greek organizations are established on. And I am a proud member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So I give back. I do my community service. I do all the events. So yeah, I would definitely network within any type of organization you get involved in. Thirdly, I would say have a financial plan. Have a financial plan. Do not leave without at least $10,000. If you leave without at least $10,000, I can almost guarantee you are going to find yourself in a situation you do not want to find yourself in. $10,000 really ain't enough, but I would say $10,000, because at least for 6 months you can live off of that. to get yourself, it shouldn't take more than 30 days, especially being a veteran, but to get yourself in a better predicament. So just leave yourself with some cushion. 10,000 is a great start so that you will, feel safe, and all that kind of thing. So have a financial plan. Even plan, if you have a family, have 6 months or more saved up in, living expenses, bill costs, all those things, so that your family doesn't feel any of the third order effects of you transitioning out of the military. Very important. And then lastly, have a support system. Have family, have friends, spiritually, have God. If that's who you believe in, like, have a support system. If you have a support system, nothing should completely fall apart, because when you have that support system, they will be able to steer you in the right direction, uplift you. You can also go to them if you do need help. And then you also have TAP. You have the Transition Assistance Program. They have a lot of veterans programs, jobs, aids, resume writing, all those things that will help you better yourself and get you in the predicament that you need to be in, just to live a very fulfilled life. So yeah, in conclusion, I just basically talked about all the things of the reason why I'm getting out. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I had foot surgery at the beginning of this year. That took me OUT out. When I tell you, my foot still hurts to this day, and it's September, baby, almost took me out. But by the grace of God, I'm building my strength. But yeah, that was definitely challenging within itself, because I never experienced, I've had surgeries before, and I've never been out this long. So, and I think it comes with age and just, the strength of your body. So yeah, that took me out. But I'm still grateful for the mobility that I have within my body and being able to walk. It took me about 6 months to walk, y'all. I was literally on a knee scooter, and people thought that I was faking. People thought that I'm like malingering and all that. And I'm here to tell you, once you like total break or get a bone cut, that is not a muscle, right? Because you still have your bone, your strength to lean on. A muscle mobilizes your flexibility and mobilizes your bones as well. A bone is the structure of your body, right? It holds your weight. So having my whole heel cut off, that also stability. Y'all, that child, holding this weight up is a lot. So I'm grateful for that. And then lastly, I just want to encourage y'all to follow. If you like lifestyle and beauty, I'm going to be getting into that. I, however, won't be doing military content anymore. But if you like lifestyle and beauty and, just me being who I am, if you like my personality on camera, follow me. That's what I will be exploring more. And yeah, I think that's about it for that. But yeah, like I stated before, I am definitely excited for this next chapter that I have in life. And it is 8:20, so we're a little short of an hour, which I am grateful for, because sometimes this long form content, y'all don't be messing with it. Y'all do not be messing with it. But at any rate, I thank you guys for watching so much. Stay tuned for other videos and other content. And yes, I appreciate every last one of y'all for watching my video. Every last comment, whether mean or nice, it doesn't matter, because any type of engagement is engagement welcomed. And sometimes the bots be behind Twitter fingers, so I love it. I love the back and forth banter and all that good stuff. But I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my new chapter. Bye.
You said I can trust in you.